I think it's quite exciting to see the fact that people are engaging with the policy. We've gone through an 18-month process to develop the policy, and it's incredible to see people engaging with the detail and not contesting it. It was quite an amazing thing for me this morning. I was expecting this clause is not great, this one is not great, and I got a sense of people were trying to understand rather than contest. So that's a very positive experience that I had this morning. Last time we had this conference in 2011, we invited a huge amount of international delegates and experts and so on. And I mean, it was good to rely on them and get their input. When we arranged this conference, we spoke to the same people, and many of them said, you guys are doing the cutting edge work, we will come and listen to what you're saying, you don't need us anymore. So that was quite a positive thing. So you will see even today, you've got international people here, but they're contributing and they're learning from us as we're learning from them. No longer are we just looking to the north in terms of RPL policy, but we're actually setting the stage around new development. Yes, and so we've got many international people that are interested and that are following the process here, that are attending, but more so I think in terms of research and so on, really looking at South Africa and the new practices that we're developing. Really important in terms of the policy, there are a lot of commitments that SACWA makes as well as other bodies involved in RPL. And it's important that we get held to task around those principles and promises we're making in the policy. And so our commitment from SACWA side is to really work actively on these things over the next few years. But what we require our stakeholders to do is to take note of that and really make sure it happens from a stakeholder point of view. So really here it's about the fairness of RPL practices, that students are not overcharged, and just generally that fair practices apply. We found in South Africa in so many cases students get exploited. The policy is trying to protect the students. And so we need to make sure the policy is implemented in a way that is sustainable and that people can understand. And so how are we going about this? We're really trying to get out to the public to help them to understand this. The conference we're having here is a classic example. We've got about 300 people that are attending over the next few days, and we're really trying to penetrate this market so people see there's a new policy, what is it in it for me? And so that's the message we're trying to send out to the country as a whole. The national coordination is really a big deal for SACWA at the moment, and you'll hear from the ministerial task team on Monday that it's an issue for them as well. So what SACWA's done is it's positioning itself to try and take on the role in the meantime. It does not mean SACWA will be the national coordinating body in the long term, but at the moment there's no organisation fulfilling the role. So SACWA's taking on some of those tasks, and you'll hear Joe and you'll hear many people talking about it in the next few days, how SACWA's been involved. So we're trying to be proactive. There are a number of these coordinating roles that are already being fulfilled. You'll hear from SASCOC on Monday and Tuesday. You'll hear from the South African Police Force and many other examples where actual practical RPL implementation is happening and it's being coordinated.